some reason. We didn't act like we didn't know where to go, what to do with the basketball. A couple of our free throws that we shot, they weren't even on target. It wasn't like the ball was in and out. They were wide right, really short. So we just got to do a better job of, playing confident. When you're playing against an outstanding team like this with a couple of guys that are going to be playing, in the NBA in the next couple of years, you don't have much margin for error, but you just don't want to beat yourself either. But give them credit. Coach Cal does a terrific job with all of these kids that are there for a year or maybe 2 years like Briscoe, and we just didn't capitalize. We came back there a little bit in the second half. We have a 2-on-1. We don't pass the ball. We get Briscoe in a tough spot. He takes us to the basket, and nobody comes over to help. We go for a steal on Briscoe. He backdoors us. So once we made a little bit of a run there, then we became undisciplined again. Willis hits a three. We normally just switch that pick and roll, but we forgot. So again, we got to do a better job of coaching them up, and we just got to do a better job of playing confident with competitive spirit, like I've seen signs of it during the course of the season, but not consistently.
Thank you, Coach. Go ahead and start with Alex, and we'll go to Cecil.
Avery, defensively, you held them to the second worst scoring output at the end of the season. How much is this kind of a missed opportunity for this team that defensively y'all were locked in all game, but offensively, again, same old story, free throws, shooting that?
You know what, Alex? That's a great question. I thought when I was looking at Kentucky, and I got a lot of respect for them, just like all of the teams in our league, I was thinking in my mind, wow, this is the night to beat them. This is a great afternoon to beat them. They weren't clicking on all cylinders. It's not like in the first half they were playing lights out basketball, and they were shooting a low percentage. And I thought if we held them to 65, 67 points, we could very well win this game. But our first half was just, pathetic. I don't know another word. I was really disappointed with our effort, but we came back, and we've tended to do that a little bit when we've dug ourselves a hole. We've had another game here recently, but we're just trying to search for that consistent confidence where we don't pay attention to officials. We just play lights out basketball.
Go to Cecil.
Coach, yesterday you talked about having the mentality of being the hunter or being the hunted, and was it the case where you just didn't come out with hunter mentality today?
We just were on our heels. Whenever we mess up the first play of the game, it's very concerning. When we have worked on it for 2 days in a row, and we're going to run it, and then one or two guys decide to do something else on their own. And, we just got to execute, trust the system. We watch a bunch of film. We know what a lot of teams are going to do defensively. But, we just kind of were on our heels to start the game. We weren't the aggressor. Even when we pressed, we didn't pick the correct angle on Fox on the press, and we just let him blow by us. But again, all correctable errors.
And also, just to follow up, home crowd was good. The building was loud when you were playing well. You talked yesterday about making the home court, defending the home court, making it something that people are afraid to play. Is that still down the road at this point?
I'm going to respectfully disagree with you, if that's okay. I don't think the home crowd was good. I thought the home crowd was great, and every letter in great's capitalized. And when we've had these great home crowds, we haven't taken advantage of it. If you're a 19-year-old young man or 20-year-old in an Alabama uniform, basketball, not another sport, and the crowd comes out in supporters like this, there's no way in the world I would be not even an ounce nervous, but I would never play on my heels. So we just got to continue to grow and mature. But I thought our home crowd was the greatest that it's been this year. It's gotten greater and greater and greater. And I'm just disappointed that they always leave saying, good try. You guys fought hard at the end. we gotta have a little bit of a breakthrough at some point when we have one of these great crowds.
Left side, Jerry.
Avery, you mentioned about looking at this going into it as a winnable game. I'm wondering, was it a matchup thing or a style thing, or catching them at a good time where they're struggling?
But, Jerry, I just think in terms of the matchup, that's a really talented team now. You know, after this year, we all know it. It's no real secret. A couple of those guys gonna hear their name called. I know we're not supposed to say that because we're in college, but they have a system of one and done and two and done players. So a lot of those guys are gonna get their name called. But when I saw the way they were performing in the first half, I was thinking, wow, this really could be our day. I didn't see them as sharp as they've been in other games throughout the year. And based on, you know, a 9-point lead at halftime, I was thinking, hey, go and make a couple of adjustments. Let's come out and execute. But we came out again, threw the ball all over the gym, didn't make our free throws. And then finally, somewhere under 10 minutes, we got a couple of stops, but we never could have anything sustainable. But I just thought, watching them, they didn't play their best basketball. And if they did, probably would have won by more than 9 points.
Right side, Michael.
9 for 26 with the free throw line, even half of those going in to a different game. I mean, have you seen a shooting performance like this at the free throw line, and does it get infectious at a certain point?
You know what? It's just one of those things. I think Wimp, when I talk to Wimp, he was saying, man, the more you talk about it, sometimes the worse it get. And I'm not trying to cut my hands off, sure. But man, you know, we just gotta continue to work on it in practice. We shoot a lot of free throws. I think what a lot of times it's just mental and confidence. It's just having the confidence to get up there, get in your normal mind, and make them.
Let's go left side, Drew.
Coach, the last two games, the Auburn game at home and now this one, you come out of halftime and had opportunities to make plays and they've kind of been sloppy with the basketball. Is that something you and the staff are going to be re-emphasizing in practice from this point forward?
Yeah, we didn't have great ball security yesterday in practice. You know, we didn't have great ball security, but it's something that we got to keep teaching. And I can't even sit here and say the turnovers are uncharacteristic of our team. No, that's maybe another team in our league. Maybe that's Florida or some other team. But it's characteristic of our team. We're trying to make it uncharacteristic at some point. And the main thing is, the key is for us as a staff, and me specifically, to get some of our guys to graduate from the same old mistakes.